All right, hello everyone. Today we're going to be looking at how to deploy the ZeroSync cache server with our Postgres database to fly.io. And that's going to allow us to publish our app with the Zero Cache and get all of the cool features that ZeroSync offers online for the people we're serving with our application. If you're unfamiliar with ZeroSync, I recommend checking out some of the tutorials I have on YouTube about this. It's a sync engine for the web that uses this server in between your client and your database, and then it takes the data from your database, puts it in the indexeddb of your client, and that way your client can instantly or reactively have the data that it needs. So this is similar to React in the way that it's designed, and it has a React-like feeling when dealing with SQL, or what they call ZQL. So without further ado, let's get into how to set this up on fly.io so we can push out the latest and greatest sync engine to our customers. Going through the quick start here. Now, this is only if you really just want to test this out and see what's up. But you can use their quick start app, Hello Zero, to get started with a Zero application. You can clone it here. I've already done this to speed things up, or you can use your own app. Either will work. From here, you're going to need to go to fly.io and create an account. They have a free 7-day trial. You won't need to sign up for the credit card for just doing the bare bones stuff that I'm going to show you, but towards the end, you would need to sign up with a card to finish this tutorial, and they do give you that 7-day free trial, so you can always cancel. Now, after you've signed up, you'll just go to your dashboard and you'll wait here. Usually you won't see apps. I've already been playing around with it, so I have 2, but we'll create more as we progress. Then you're going to go over to this link and install the Fly CTL. This is their command line tool that lets you deploy, manage, connect up to your Fly apps and machines. So install that for your operating system. I've once again done this to speed things up, but these 2 steps are fairly simple, so we're going to kind of skip over them. After this, it starts to get fun and real. So their documentation is a little out of date here. So I'm going to show you where we're deviating from what they have already, and hopefully they'll update it soon. Open a terminal, and let's get started by making our Postgres app, Postgres database. You can use the fly command, and they've got this. Let me do this for you. They've got this command here that you'll see. I've made it simpler for myself, and here we go. So important differences here. You're going to want to make sure your volume size is less than 20. If it's more than 20, you're going to have to pay for that. And if we're just demoing it, why would we pay for it? So let's create Elijah YouTube demo, the name of our Postgres database here. And you'll see this command line tool spit out some stuff. And then once it's done, hopefully you shouldn't find an error. But if you do, usually you can just redeploy by deleting it. After that's up and running, you're going to want to set the wall level to logical. This is going to let your Zero Cache talk to Postgres and get all the data from it. I'll show you how we can do that. So if you use fly connect and then -a and then the name of your app. All right, so this is what you should see. My problem was I had an existing volume that had been left over from testing this out prior to the video. But once this is what you see, where everything's healthy, if you go to your dashboard in Fly and refresh, you'll see you've got another app here and a machine. Now this can kind of just stay where it is right now. We'll keep going through the tutorial, but we'll come back to this later. Now from here, we're going to need to seed the database. So if this is for your own personal app, you're going to need to use your own seed script. It's important that you do use a seed script, though, because you need to get the schema settled. Your zero schema is going to have to match this Postgres schema. That's just how zero works. So for me, that's going to be moving to the hello zero directory. And then we can run this command fly pg connect -a and then the name of our app. So for me, it was YouTube demo. Now, after you're connected, you'll see you're in PSQL. So I'll open hello zero because I need to use this. And we're just going to take their seed script they give and paste it in. So there we go. All set. That's the easiest way to do it. You can try to get, depending if you're already on Linux, or you can use WSL on Windows to do their script, but this is easiest for me. Now, after we've done this, we're going to want to set the wall level of Postgres to logical. Normally it's set at replica. If you do a show wall level, you'll see we're at replica. It needs to be logical for ZeroSync to connect and start syncing all of the changes. So what we'll do is alter system set wall level and then logical. With quotes. Oh, with an equal sign. There we go. After you've done that, you'll set up, you'll restart. Sorry. And you can do that by just finding the one you just made, and then hitting this. You can do rolling or immediate. Rolling is technically safer. So that'll kick you out. It's going to restart, and then we can continue on while it does that. So the next step is going to be creating our zero cache app. We've made our Postgres database in fly.io. We've added the seed script, and we've altered the system to accept zero connections. Now we're going to create our fly.io app. Now they have a little bit of, may I say, it's very Linux based. This will not work on your Windows machine. So if you are Linux, feel free to copy what they have here. But you're gonna once again make a name for this app. So fly app create, and then let's call this Elijah Zero Cache. Okay, it's gonna create this app. Now, what's interesting about the way Fly works is when you create an app this way, notice how we didn't specify Postgres. We didn't specify like what the volume size is or anything. This hasn't really created any machines. It's just created this name for us that we can reference. And then we'll use the launch command in a second to actually deploy this. Now, going to here again, I'm going to make this inside my repo just to keep everything simple. And because I'm on Windows, this is just how it's going to work. So I'll copy this here, and you're going to see a couple of things immediately have to change. Main thing is the connection string. You absolutely need to get this connection string right. If you don't get this connection string right, you're going to be chasing errors for a long time. I learned that making this video. Change this $sign Postgres password to the password we just made. If you remember, it's my password. This is the password to your Postgres instance in fly.io. Now the Postgres app name. That's going to be the name you gave to your Postgres database. In our case, it was Elijah YouTube demo. Now, you're just going to copy this, and anywhere you see the string connection string, and let's include these, then you're just going to do a find and replace. So, replace. Ta-da. All right. You might end up with some double quotes. Probably should remove those. And you're also going to, this is where it differs from the current documentation. You're going to remove both of these. These don't exist, as far as I can tell, in the database anymore. If you open up pgadmin when you're doing the zero cache replication and everything, you're going to see like 4 other tables show up. None of them are named the ones they have here, like CStart. So you're just going to remove these database name specifiers, and it works without it. So your final TOML file should look like this, where you've got this 0 upstream DB set with Postgres, the password you set, the name of the Postgres that you made, and then SSL mode equals disable. That's because Fly.io does not support TLS on their servers. So otherwise, this is where you're gonna have to add a card also to deploy this. They just will not accept certain, I'm not sure if it's images or something like this, but they don't allow you to deploy certain things if you're not paying them, or if you're not planning to pay them. Obviously, this is a 7-day free trial. But now, after you do this, you've got to get the latest 0 version. And so I kind of know this by heart just from using this a little too much. Oh, you're also going to remove this line. And you're going to change this to be the one you just created. So for us, that's Elijah 0 cache. And then this is going to be, I think we're on 0.24.3. I want to say it's 8 zeros. Yep. Okay. Then from here, checking myself, we've got everything set up. But then there is one more thing that is not included in the documentation that you will need, and that's a 0 admin password. You can just set this to my other password, but this is what you would use to like connect, to check stuff out. After you have something resembling this, where you've specified app name, changed the image, you've got your 0 upstream DB set up correctly, your admin password, you can remove end of file. Then we're going to go ahead and get back to our terminal, and we're going to run fly app launch. It might be fly launch. So it turns out it's 10 zeros. Great. Fly launch. I'll hit yes. Hit yes. I'll hit no. After this finishes, figure out what to do. You can ignore that too. It will create everything you need, your volumes, your SQLite databases, everything Zero needs to run is going up into Fly.io. And we'll see that here in our app. So this really takes a long time, so I'm going to kind of speed things up here. Okay, now that it's finally done, you can go to your app, refresh, as I just have, and you'll see, I don't know how I created before, but probably when I was fooling around, you'll see one that's active. This should be the one that is working for you, and this is where it can be sometimes tricky, because if you've messed up the connection or messed up the TOML file, you'll get a machine that keeps either restarting and dying or isn't running at all. So that can be pretty confusing, but hopefully using the resources I provided in the description here and what I'm showing you, you can get to this point pretty smoothly. Once you get here, the easiest way to check that everything's working is if you go here and health check is now passing, should show up at some point. That means you're all set to go and you're ready to connect either your deployed app or your local app to that. And for this video, I'm just going to show you what that looks like for the local app. So before you run anything, you're going to have to head over to the env, and you're going to have to change this to the one you have right here. So you'll see that in their documentation too. If you come down to here, you're going to need to set the .fly.dev as your beat server. So now that that's all set up, the other thing we have to do is change that upstream DB. And lucky for us, we already kind of made this here. So you don't need to cover the SSL mode because this is just local. But if we'll set this, and then we'll run the UI of hello 0, come to this, and you'll see that 0 is connected and there are no errors in the console. Okay, so I skipped a very important step that I need to show real fast. You need to deploy permissions. So there is an easy way to do this on Windows. You're going to go ahead, make a folder called temp, make a file, call it permissions.sql. Run this command. That's gonna run this command. That's gonna give you this. Copy. Go back to your terminal. Remember the fly app, or no, fly. What is it? Yeah, Postgres Connect. Dump that SQL into there, run it, updated, perfect. And then, yeah, there were no errors in the console, but there was no data showing. Let me show you where there's data. Now we can see the data. We can add messages. This is all using fly.io. Can't believe I almost skipped showing the coolest part of the video. Ta-da. Oh, yeah. Well, boom. There's a whole bunch of stuff getting sent to my database, and I can search for stuff. Maybe that's not a good search. Hey. Okay, what? That is important. Oh, good. Those were supposed to be case sensitive. But yeah, here's what it looks like for that. So that is the entirety of deploying the Zero cache onto fly.io. And of course, you'll play around here. I'm not sure what their costs really look like. Of course, if this video is popular, I'd love to deploy my chess app that I've been working on that uses Zero Sync, that has zero lag and is very intuitive, that has keyboard shortcuts, other cool things that chess apps need today. So perhaps if this is popular enough, I'll deploy that to this, and we could see what running it would look like for a long time, and what some of the production errors you could see are. But thank you for watching. I'm impressed if you made it this far. Of course, continue to come out with videos on Zero and just general coding and software videos. So thank you for watching, and see you guys later.